I love you, big bro. Believe that.
Yeah, I'm running for the finish line. Trying to be like big bro, he a mastermind. Well, guess what, kid? I'm a mastermind. Practice make perfect, so I ran this time. To take an hour out the day, recite a line. Yeah, hour two, young cutter, like no other. Weezy, my big brother. I swear to God, I love ya. I never let you down. Used to not make a sound. Now I'm Young Money and we run this town. And you my Hova, I'm Kanye. I'ma make it to the Grammys, boy, someday.
Hey guys, it's SirMike317 here, and about the intro, it's because it was my brother's birthday, and I want to say happy birthday to him. So yeah, okay, I'm having a battle against Draven here, and I'm gonna go for a Boomplosion, and he's like, well, first I went for Stealth Rocks, and then he got an EQ, and I'm like, oh, you just lost your Dragonite, and he goes into a... I just watched this battle, and I freaking forgot. What an idiot. But whatever, I think I went into my Celebi, and I'm pretty sure he goes into Starmie. Yep. I take an Ice Beam from it, and I'm able to get a one Leaf Storm off. And then I'm forced to switch, which kind of sucked, but whatever. He goes into a Luke, going for an Extreme Speed, but he actually went for a Crunch, but I'm like, what? So, yeah. And my Rotom's forced to be Sack. So now I know that I outspeed him, and I'm gonna just go straight for an Earth Power, and it's gonna own his Lucario. So next thing you know, he goes into a freaking Zapdos. I'm like, what? Zapdos? I hate Zapdos. But whatever. So I go into my Gliscor, predicting a Thunderbolt, predicting my switch. Well, he actually just goes straight for Heat Wave, which is a good play on his part. And I just go into my Gyara, predicting HP Ice. Then I go back into my Celebi, predicting a Thunderbolt. And I just wanted to get damage him low enough so I can Extreme Speed with my Luke and KO it. Well, not one hit KO, Life Orb KO it. Whatever it is. Whatever. So now he goes into a Heatran. I'm like, oh, this guy has to use a Heatran and a Zapdos. Two great counters to my team. When he goes into his Weavile, I'm like, I can take whatever you got. And he's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, yes, I can. But he ends up going for I think, an Ice Punch or Night Slash. Yeah, Night Slash. And I end up living it with almost half after leftovers. So I'm like, lol. And then he tries going for a Fire Blast. And I win. And I accidentally brought up the screen, but whatever. So now I have another game against Mr. Game. Like, ironic, really. And so I go for Explosion first turn, because I know Machamp can really screw me over, especially if he gets a Dynamic Punch off, but whatever. So I go into my Celebi, and that was like a bad move. He goes into a Gengar, and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, you ain't got no pancake mix, and yeah. So now I'm gonna be forced to switch into my Rotom. Oh, no, I think I let my Celebi just die off, and then I go to my Rotom. But I predict a switch because he probably thought I was a Scarf Rotom, but I obviously am not. I'm a Screen, Light Clay, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, Paint Split one. And I predict the switch, and I go for a Will-O-Wisp this turn. And now I have like complete wallage of this thing, because you'd be amazed. I saw actually a special variant Snorlax on this a person's team on here, but whatever. So I go into my Gyara predicting Earthquake, and I end up going for Dragonance, and he ends up going back into his another Zapdos. I'm like, come on, Zapdos, really? And I go for a bounce to see what he'd do, and he has a Thunderbolt, and I'm like, wow, really? And then I miss my bounce, just to, like, top that off. I noticed I've never gotten a Parahacks with my bounce in this. I don't know if they noticed that bounce can give a Parahacks, but whatever. I don't think it really matters regardless. So now I go to my Luke. No, I think I go to Gliscor, because I thought he was a Scarf one. So I go for a Toxic, and ends up being that he is actually, I think, a Scarf one, yeah. No, I think he was Specs. No, Scarf. I'm pretty sure it's Scarf. But whatever. So he goes into Starmie, he goes for Ice Beam, I'm gonna go for a Light Screen, and I end up owning these guys after this, because I get up a sweep, I think, with my Luke, and then I think it's GG at this point. Yeah, because I went for T-Bolt here, and I couldn't kill me with a Crunch. I don't even think he went for a Crunch, to be honest. Yep, he didn't go for a crunch. If he went for a crunch, he would have beat me, but whatever. He went for a taunt, and I end up going for another T-Bolt, and I know at this point, after a burn, I can one-hit KO with another T-Bolt. But I end up getting min damage and having to take some damage. And now he goes into his, I think, Gengar, and I'm like, oh crap, this could be bad. But he ends up going for Shadow Ball, and I'm like, oh, come on. So I'm going to have to be forced into my, what's it called? Lucario. And I think I actually lost this game for some reason. I don't know why. But I go for a crunch, and I end up, getting his Gengar. And he's gonna probably go for a Focus Blast, if I am correct. No, he's a Pain Splitter. And I'm like, wow, this could open a big opportunity up for me. But it ends up not mattering in the end. So he goes into, I think, one of his previously shown Pokemon, Zapdos. I think, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. What can I say? I had this battle yesterday, and oh my god, I was right. It was a Zapdos. And me predicting, T-Bolt, but he gets a burn on my, Heat Wave burn. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? But whatever. Didn't really matter, because I can just roost off the damage. Plus, I'm taking some pretty hefty damage on it. And I would go to my, and I predict that. I remember. I was like, ugh. But then I end up going to Starmie, and it's pretty much GG, because I know I can't take anything out at this point. Especially with my burn. And it's a good game, Mr. Game. I hope for a rematch soon in the near future. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the battle. And yeah.